What's up, guys? Today we're going to go over how to play triple volts. It's one of the harder rotations to learn, so for the sake of the video and to make things just a little bit easier, I'm going to be basing the timings around how much discharge you are building. After you've learned the rotations and gotten it down, you should move to using an internal clock on the weapon's skills cooldowns. That way, you can perform the rotations in actual combat. So, with that said, let's get started. Alright, we're going to first start with using Mimi's hold attack to build stacks of Xinglong's might. Every 3 normal attacks landed while using Azure Dragon grants 1 stack of Xinglong's might, stacking up to 8 times for 30 seconds. We're going to first start by popping Koan and Shield at the same time. Then immediately use Mimi's first skill. Then discharge the Fenrir and cancel the discharge. Claw quickly and then cancel it by discharging to Rubillia and then using Rubillia's skill. From here on out, after every Rubillia skill, quickly use 1 dodge attack to relocate her thorns. Then go to Mimi and use Mimi's skill. Sit on Mimi and use her hold attack until you've built 1 discharge and a half, or 13 seconds. Then discharge to Rubillia and use Rubillia's skill, again quickly followed by a dodge attack. Then go to Fenrir and use her claws. During this claw, Fenrir's consciousness should reset. Snap, use her consciousness, and then use one of her claws and quickly cancel it by switching to Mimi. Once on Mimi, continue to use her hold attack, and when Kant comes off cooldown, hit Kant. When Kant pops, use Mimi's skill, followed by a Rubillia discharge, then use Rubillia's skill, again quickly followed by a dodge attack. Then go back to Mimi and use her hold attack. Sit on Mimi and use her hold attack until you've built 2 discharges. Then discharge to Fenrir, cancel the discharge, use her consciousness, and quickly use one of her claws. Cancel her claws by discharging to Rubillia and using Rubillia's skill. Again quickly followed by a dodge attack. After dodge attacking, go back to Mimi and sit on Mimi using her hold attack. When both your Kant and your shield come off cooldown, hit both of them. When the Kant pops, quickly use one of Mimi's skills. Then use Rubillia's discharge followed by Rubillia's skill and again with a quick dodge attack. Then go to Fenrir and use her claws. Again during this time, while using the claws, her consciousness should reset. Quickly use her consciousness followed by 1 claw and cancel it by quickly switching to Mimi and using Mimi's skill. Then sit on Mimi and use her hold attack. Use Mimi's hold attack until about a full discharge and 3/4 of a second discharge. Use Rubillia's discharge and then her skill. Again quickly followed by a dodge attack. Then go right back to Mimi and use Mimi's hold attack. When Kant comes off cooldown, immediately use Kant. When Kant pops, quickly use Mimi's skill and then continue to build discharge. Once you have double discharge, discharge to Fenrir, use her consciousness, followed by her claws. Cancel her claws by discharging to Rubillia and then quickly using one of Rubillia's skills, followed by a dodge attack. Then go right back to Mimi and use her hold attack. Sit on Mimi and use her hold attack and build discharge until your relics are about to be off cooldown. You should be at 1 discharge and about a quarter of another when your shield comes off cooldown. First use your shield and walk through it. Then discharge your Rubillia and use Kant immediately when it comes off cooldown. After discharging the Rubillia, use Rubillia's skill, again quickly followed by 1 dodge attack, and then go to Fenrir. Use Fenrir's claws. At this time, her consciousness should reset. Quickly use her consciousness and 1 claw and cancel it by quickly switching to Mimi and then immediately using Mimi's skill. Then sit on Mimi and use her hold attack. Once you have a full discharge and 3/4 of another discharge. Use Rubillia's discharge and her skill. Again, quickly followed by a dodge attack. Then quickly go back to Mimi and use Mimi's skill as soon as it comes off of cooldown. And that's the rotations for playing Triple Volt. Like I said, it's a very complicated rotation, and I did my best to slow things down and explain them as thoroughly as I could, but this will take a lot of practice. And again, once you've mastered it, you should go from using discharges to time your rotations to keeping an internal clock and remembering the weapon's cooldowns. That will make things a whole lot easier when applying it to real combat. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please let me know. And come check out the stream every night at 10 p.m. EST. A link will be in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.